Well, hello there, everybody. It's Monday night, which of course means it is time for another Toypixx live stream. Tonight, we're going to be discussing why all of you are to blame for what I don't know what's going on with G.I. Joe. Not in a bad way. We're not going bad. We're not doing anything like that. You guys are very cool. No worries. But yeah, I thought I needed to put out a thumbnail there to freak everybody out. And you could tell it was freaking everybody out with laughing emojis? Not really. Not really at all. No, I'm terrible about clickbait thumbnails. Anywho, tonight we're going to be discussing the G.I. Joe classified reveals that happened on G.I. Joe Day. We might be talking a little bit about maybe a little bit of Jada news that happened. Well, not necessarily Jada news, but maybe what Jada didn't get that is showing kind of the limitations of their capacity, which is fine. I'm good with it. But I don't like what it could possibly mean for the future. So we'll talk all that, whatever else you guys see out there that's worth discussing. I did see as I was going through Instagram that Bobby or somebody on the Balaverse's page was showing the raft that they're making, a prototype image. I didn't really get to take a good look, but I did see a bit, so I'm kind of excited about that as well. Now, let's take a swig of the old tea. Let me know what you crazy kids are chugging, and let's hop into it, shall we? Now we have the comments with Sci-Fi George. Thanks for showing up tonight, Sci-Fi. Greetings and toytations, everyone. Hasbro dropped some new Joe renders yesterday. Airtight Deep Sea Viper. Woo! Zanya with the Chameleon Skimmer Overkill. Two-pack, a Red Dog and Taurus. And Ninja Force Zartan. Correction, earlier I said Deep Sea Diver. I meant Hydro Viper. I wondered there. But you're good now, Sci-Fi. Now we don't have to ostracize you, which would be horrible. I would be sad. There's also a silhouette of a cowboy dressed mystery character. The character is said not to be Wild Bill. Really? Leaving some to speculate if it's actually one of the October Guard that wore a similar outfit. Also, there was a leak that a Joe figure with a Z would come with a vehicle and that the MSRP price would be 60 Zanzibar. Not bad. Plus, with the multiple looks that Zanya has, it would be easy to grab multiples for your other Dreadnoks or just make generic Dreadnok extras. Speaking of extras, Bobby Valla has a short video showing how you can pop and swap the extra figures to create new figures. There's also a 3-minute video showing his attack raft for the Black and Action Force. Currently on his site, he has, we'll get back to you, Anton, he has the gray and tan Reaper drivers that come with the Vanguard available for individual purchase, along with the Gear Tin and a Gear Tin bundle pack with extra troopers. All of these, including the Reapers, will be available for purchase sometime this week once supplies arrive. Moffat showed off Megan and Sony Pictures movie Venom figures on 5K Toys. Death Metal Batman, The Red Death, goes up for pre-order on February 6th, 2026. Hasbro, in a collab with Legendary, will be producing figures for Street Fighter the movie. That's what I want to chat about a bit. Expect much more toy news once Toy Fair kicks off smack dab in the middle of February. Pixelated's hanging out in the middle. We'll get back to you too, Pixelated. Sorry. Sci-Fi in comic news, 80s Hulk artist Sal Buscema. Oh no, I didn't know that. Passed away. In comics, the slow reboot of Marvel characters continues from Captain America to the Infernal Hulk series, and now Iron Man. Good God, I haven't even heard of that. As rumored about a year ago, talk is that Avengers Secret Wars will be split into 2 films, creating a trilogy. Other rumors are that the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and Captain America are all together on board the FF ship that was shown as the extra scene for Thunderbolts. And not only that, but that Steve Rogers himself created the universe of the Fantastic Four when he created a branch in the timelines and lived his... hang on. We'll get back to everybody. Want to get through the sci-fi stuff. Oh, man. There's a lot of people jumping in. Awesome. Let's see, people are going nuts over a look at Henry Cavill's Highlander teaser trailer. Hang on, Sci-Fi. Did I miss? Did I miss? No, nope, I did not miss. Great, googly moogly. All right, we're still looking, still looking. Well, that's the bi-weekly rundown for today. Now back to you, Dave. The esteemed chat, there can be only one. Yeah, thanks very much for the whole deal, the whole enchilada, the whole bi-weekly rundown, Sci-Fi. Much appreciated. And Henry Cavill in Highlander. He's going to be good. I mean, there's no doubt. Plus, he's basically got cred from all of us. Now, let's head back, catch up with everybody else, what they had to say. Anton, don't worry, Sci-Fi George, your comments are protected. And I noticed Airtight, I think I'm the one who mentioned him before. Sorry, yes, he looks really cool, though. He does look cool. Pixelated Kaiju Daddy is on early, and he's talking new Tamashii Nations releases. Nice. They're probably going to be pretty good. Pretty good. What's up, Star? Good to see you this fine evening, sir. Hola, Mr. Spencer. Woo! It's going to be a good night now. What's going on, Brick? Good to see you, Yo Joel. Indeed. Star, I blame you. Yeah, I hear that several times a week when I get home. So why not hear it on the live stream as well? I blame you, Star. You personally. It's where the fun's at. Pixelated, it's Highlander. We've been waiting forever. It's not like everyone lives forever and can sit around waiting. That's a fair call. John, yeah, I'd love a second Highlander movie. Ooh, thank you, Star. Oh, missed you guys last week. I know, but I'm glad you're here tonight, Star. It's gonna be fun. What's up, Paul? Good to see you tonight. Woohoo! I'm gonna keep pushing buttons. Oh, wait, what? Zanya 60? Huh. Yeah, as soon as he said that about the 60 and I said Zanzibar, I'm like, wait, no, he was talking the Zanya that was shown off. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, I guess that probably falls in line with what's going on with Hasbro and their price increases. Maybe getting sued and overproducing magic cards doesn't help. I don't know. We'll have to see what all's going on there. Pixelated, maybe it's Wild Bill or Mild Bill, Wild Bill's twin brother. Aw, I hate that I'm Mild Bill and everybody calls my brother Wild Bill. Oh, what's good, Paul? Thank you, Brick, for talking to the beta. Hey, Star, it's a good night. It's a good night. Paul, thanks a ton for calling the people out and keeping everybody involved. Always, you too, John. What's up, Skew? Good to see you tonight. Looks like a vacation photo of the popular kids back in high school. That's fair. That is fair. I can see that. For a time, I was considering getting rid of pretty much everybody from Sergeant Slaughter to the right. But I don't know that I can do that so much. It was kind of tough. I started looking at them and I'm going, I don't know, man. I had a lot of fun with Mutton Junkyard, CoverGirl. I started thinking customs. Chuckles is fun. And then I was even thinking about getting rid of Rock and Roll and Duke. And Rock and Roll just stays because I love the look of the guy. And Duke stays because dance battle, clearly. Whew. Oh, Skew, hey to the esteemed chat. Hey, Skew. All right, Dave, if we get classic Transformers, how they're supposed to look, let us get classic Joes, how they're supposed to look first. Then we can modern them up. Keep doing your upgrades. See, that's one of the things going on here, Skew. That's one of the reasons I blame you. No, it's more, well, I'll get into it. Ghost Av, hello Dave, happy Bondi Day. Tons of figure arts and other Bondi toys up for pre-order today. Maybe that's something we'll go check out. We'll go find whatever site, probably BBTS, just because that tends to be the fallback. But we'll find some of those this fine evening as well. Skew, awesomeness. They can do upgraded Pursuit of Cobra, Resolute, Energon, etc. later after doing the classic Joes first, in my humble opinion. And I think, Skew, I think that's why I blame all of you. I think the vast majority of people have that same opinion you do. So I can't even be mad about it. It's not like I like this line, so I want them to cater to the people that are going to make the line the most successful it can possibly be. And I think that's more people like that want to bring in just the classic, the 80s looks upscaled. I'm just not that guy. But if I'm going to get the more modern looks, hey, that's right, I said better. If I'm going to get more modern looks, they're going to need to placate everybody else first. And I understand that. The problem is I'm not so sure I'm that interested in what we saw. Let's see, Star. I like Henry Cavill, but Highlander doesn't need a remake. Hollywood must be stopped. I think Star Hollywood's kind of stopped itself. I think with Netflix's acquisition of Warner Brothers and all that good stuff, and Hollywood jumping all in on streaming and making it so they don't make money off of all the other ways they used to. Yeah, Hollywood they've already been stopped, and they did it to themselves. All right, Uncarded, a real American hero, aka Flint is. That's true, Uncarded. Good call, sir. Star, hey Hollywood, how about, I don't know, maybe something original? See, that's the problem though, Star, is you throw in something original and they're afraid it won't work. And I don't like it, but it's how it is, sadly. When all those companies are now, I think most of these larger companies have pivoted. There's kind of a balance you try and look for between customers and shareholders, right? I think most of the companies are starting to lean more on the shareholder side, which is too bad, but I think that's what's going on for a lot of them. Let's see, for the Tamashii releases, there is Pete Bandai and some pending that Japan have already up for pre-order. Instead of BBTS alone, check Karama Toys. Okay, will do, Ghost Dab. Thank you, sir. Skew, hey Star, hey Brick, hey Sci-Fi, hey Spaded, hey Paul, hey Harry, hey, I could keep reading. Hey everyone, I like that. That'll work, Skew. Thanks, man. Yo, what is going on, Sketches Toy Corner? Good to see you back tonight, man. All right. Let's see, John R. Let's see, on a rarity, I'm going to bring up Transformers. You see the pics for Swerve and Cliff Jumper? I did. I'm going to need Swerve. I don't know about Cliff Jumper. I don't like what they've done with the Prime figures. Like, most of them, they're doing a good job, but the Prime figures, I don't know. It's like they're trying to make the figures, for the most part, look like where they came from, with the exception of animated, though animated is still leaning more animated. Except the Prime figures, they're just not, it's like they're not working too hard to make those look accurate to how they were. I still think that Cliff Jumper looks good, but I gotta pump the brakes so that I'm not getting everything, because that would be bad. Mr. Stabby would stab me, but Swerve for sure. Let's see, Uncarded, Skew Raider, salute. I like it. Thanks, guys. Whoo. Paul, you got it, man. Thank you very much for keeping the people smoking and involved. I don't know what that meant. Let's see, goes to it's a good night when the people are all saying hi to the people. I love it. This is why you guys are the best chat on the internet. Pixelated Skybound looks are growing on me for the Joes. I'm going to need to check out Skybound, aren't I? But I bet Skybound has more up-to-date looks, and they're not just 80s upscaled. Star, why do I feel that a real Godzilla will be spotted before the Hiya Toys GMK Godzilla will be spotted heading my way? Because, I mean, who knows? The world's crazy from time to time. We could very well get just a giant Godzilla heading everybody's way. Hopefully, he doesn't have a whole lot of atomic breath left once he's done in other parts of the world. Sci-Fi, that MTG Marvel Legends Manwolf continues to drop in price. Ooh, it first dropped to 30 and is now 20 on Amazon. Wow. Ooh, that's got to leave a mark. Skew, awesome pick, Dave, because they're classic 100. Dang it, Skew. Yeah. Here's the problem. The ones that come with extra hands are the ones that they make classic like this. There are exceptions, like Rock and Roll is an exception. And then Jinx and Road Pig and Monkey Wrench. This is why I'm thinking I need to load up on Dreadnoks a little bit, since I can get black gloves. All right, uncarded that. Scarlet looks amazing. Scarlet's a really good figure. I will say I took this picture before I did the head swap. I would really, hang on, let me see here, because I've got her right behind me. The head swap was simply, and we'll hide this just for a sec. Wait a sec, will just make me blow up. Yay. So the head swap was simply the Black Widow head from that articulated, the heavy articulated or whatever articulated Black Widow that was the Target exclusive. She was the one with the black suit. She was the first one, I think, super articulated. She was the first one with the new Legends body. So I did get her, and then I bogarted the head because I think this looks really good for Scarlet. So I figure I better bust that out when we're talking about how rad Scarlet is. Ghost Tab, we are finally getting a deluxe Chogokin Roy Fokker. Sorry, meet the parents. I wasn't able to get one on the first time because it sold out right away. That's a shame, but because they're bringing it back or bringing a different one back, maybe you'll be able to swing this one. I'm hoping. Skew Duke pose from the dance battle kills it. That's Duke being the poster boy. He's like, oh, look at you guys holding like weapons and stuff. I just have to stand there and look pretty for the cameras. Pixelated. Let's see. Hollywood has always made remakes. A Star is Born has been remade like 4 or 5 times officially. That's true. Yeah. They do seem heavier into them today than they have been, though. And like I said, it's not just remakes that are killing them. I think they've taken themselves out. Like they really don't do. It used to be, so from what I understand, it used to be you would put the movie in the theater, make some money that way. Then you'd release the movie on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Then this, then that. There's all kinds of different avenues. You'd get money for putting them on TV and all that stuff. And because of the ads that were there. And now because of streaming, like they killed themselves, which is a shame. It really is. But it's why we don't get a whole lot of original stuff. I'd be willing to bet, 1, these companies are very risk averse, and 2, they just don't have as many ways to make money, so they're not able to gamble, even if they weren't so risk averse. Skew, awesome Robotech news, Ghost. Yeah, I mean, I need to learn more. Obviously, I mean, you guys have tried to teach me about Robotech, Macross. What was it? There were 3 shows in that, and I even tried watching the Secret Galaxy thing that had all of his videos put together. And I'm just going, man, I gotta to watch this and to understand it. I really gotta pay attention. And my problem is when I put that stuff on from time to time, I'm just picking up the phone, not paying attention. That I need to pay attention to really figure it all out. Ghost Tab, Skew, always happy to get more Robotech. They're doing new Mospeda model kits. Good times. I love it when people get stuff that they're after. Let's see. Skew, fire these licenses. Excite us. Bring them on. 100. I like it. Hey, guys, what do you all think of all those Jada Toys pre-orders that just went up? Wait, what? Oh, dang it, Star. What? You haven't seen any lately, you say? Imagine that. Hey, Master June, we're all still here, and it's late. That's something else to bring up there is Super 7 getting the Invincible license. Now, I don't think Super 7 is competition for Jada. I really think that a lot of how the fandoms have kind of split. What I mean is there's 7-inch collectors and there's 6-inch collectors. And I think because of that, I mean, you'll get some that are getting them both. But I think because of that, I don't see them necessarily in the same competition or in the same ballpark. At the same time, Jada also is going to be more readily available, not by much. They're still kind of tough to find in stores, but they make objectively better figures. Like Super 7 does their thing, but they clearly make things that you're supposed to stand on your shelf and leave them there. But from an action figure point of view, Jada does it better. So I'm not too worried about Jada when it comes to them versus Super 7. I don't think there's really much of a fight there at all. See, John, Ghost Tab, is the Fokker actually 1/12? The other figs I've seen advertised as 1/12 are actually 1/10. Oh, wow. Let's see, skew mild bill, tarnation. Yeehaw. Yee wah, wah, wah. There's your mild bill. Goes to John. It's his Valkyrie. Only one I've seen done lately was Kit's Concept, and before that, Toynami. Sci-fi, I will get multiple Zanyas and a discounted six-pack of the Hydro Viper on Nerdzoic. They'll be great backups for either Tiger Shark or Mafex Black Manta. Ooh, that's a good call. I didn't think about that. I still think that Black Manta looks awesome. Whew. All right, goes to, okay, don't get the Kids Concepts ones. They're not worth the price. Oh, wow, all right. Goes to have, I meant to say the DX Chogokin VF1S Valkyrie Roy Fokker. I believe those are 172, 172nd. Uncarded, I absolutely cannot go down the Macross rabbit hole. I would lose my mind. Yeah, not your mind, just your money. Oh, John, you might be right on both counts. Let's see, Goats. I agree. I got the Rick Hunter and Lin Min Mei. Latter was on sale. Whoa, I don't know who that one is. Let's see, Skew. Bobby has a raft coming for you. Not too big and awesome. There was a boat Robo had on the weekly too. Add the Fortnite boat. Great start. What did Robo? I thought I saw. I mean, I did see the weekly. What was the boat? Like I remember he showed off the Fang earlier last week. Like the what is it? Fans Toys or Fans Hobby, whatever that ship, that Fang. I don't remember a boat though. Pixelated, the Macross Robotech rabbit hole isn't that deep anymore. Far fewer for products to pick up. It's the knowledge. The knowledge would be deep. It would take up so many recesses of my brain that I didn't think I had left. Whew, Firehead swap. Thanks, Q. I think she looks a lot better with it. I think she has too much black around her eyes on the one that's in the photo. Yeah, exactly that too. Oh dear, Ghost Tab. They combined 3 shows into one for U.S. distribution. Macross, Southern Cross, and Mospeda. I'm gonna assume I'm saying that right, only because why not? Dave, you need to watch the series before you try to watch the convoluted history of Robotech. Trust me. Okay, I got you, John. Ooh, look at this, guys. The comments keep coming. The last couple live streams we've had, it's like they kind of just jump up. Suddenly there's 10 more, then there's like 20 more, all that. So I've been filibustering. Tonight, not so much. I'm digging it. Sci-fi, the female Crimson Guard looks so great with all the different female head sculpts that you can put on them. I pre-ordered the Mystic Dragon and his Rosetta-style female wizard on 4 Horsemen site. Oh, that's right. The Joe Manganiello, right? I'm trying to remember how to pronounce his name. I can picture the guy. He was going to be Deathstroke. Uncarded, there's a new company making 1/10 scale RoboCop figures, and they are kicking NECA's butt. Ooh, I did not hear about that. Sketches, I don't think Super 7 is competition for anyone. You know what? I'm going to say that's fair. That's fair. Kyra's, what's going on tonight, man? Good to see you. Toypixx, did you see that perfect grade Gundam? Let's see, new Gundam Unleashed. Pretty awesome. I did not. I need to look more at those. I was actually looking up Gundams trying to see if they made any in 1/35th scale, because I figured that's about the scale that the Optimus Prime, the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime is. And I thought it would be fun to have like the RX-78 with the Studio Series Prime. They have not made one in 1/35th scale, sadly. But I was looking up some Gundam stuff this past weekend. Sci-fi, apparently the silhouetted cowboy has been identified as Yosemite Sam, the crossover we never knew we needed. That would be a crossover we need for sure. Who else, though? Who else would cross over? I mean, Elmer Fudd is a natural. Oh, that would be, put Elmer in there. He could be on Flint's team because he also goes out there hunting and all that. They'd go through the woods. Flint would show him the ropes, show him how to be a massive shotgun wielding beast. And suddenly, like, Elmer Fudd would go into the jungle looking like he does, and he'd come out just like looking like Schwarzenegger, basically, under Flint's tutelage. Let's see. Did Robo have that one from Etsy Most Mind? From Etsy. I don't know, John. I'm not sure. Sci-fi, the boats from Resident Evil in Standard and Deluxe. The Deluxe. Oh, wait, yes, the raft. Never mind. Okay, I know the boat you're talking about now. So the Standard comes with, what was it, like 3 oars, the motor on the back. Basically, the big difference, there were a few parts and fish. But like the one doesn't come with a water mat to put below it, but the second one does come with a water mat, comes with a couple extra, was it oars or harpoons? I can't remember. And then some fish. Yeah, okay, I'm remembering it now. I don't know why I blanked, but yes, I do know the boat you guys are talking about, but I can't remember what the company was. Let's see, Chattanooga Ed, what's going on, man? Good to see you tonight. Star, I'm getting excited with the idea of collecting non-mainstream sci-fi figs that look great, like that Power Spatoy Space Soldier and the Dreamweave Pillars of Creation Space Soldier. Possibilities. Possibilities are always endless, Star. And that's one of the things going on with collecting right now is, oh man, there's so much great that is good enough anymore. Skew, Sci-Fi George, hey, you see that boat Robo showed with a water bottom version B? Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't coming up with that. Skew, John, not sure. It's a new rowboat. Yeah. Foghorn Leghorn would look good as a decal on the side of a jet. Oh, you are not wrong, Ed. Oh, now I'm picturing that. Put Foghorn Leghorn's head on the side of a Sky Striker. Or ooh, maybe a Skyhawk. Ooh, I like it. I think that's a good call. Otherwise, they're putting CoverGirl on there, and I'm not sure they could get away with that these days. Skew with a motor and a light. That's right. I forgot about the light. It's like on the front of the boat or near the front. Pixelated Star. Those new sci-fi themed figs all look great. I don't know about the reputations of all the makers though, so I'll wait for some reviews. That makes all the sense in the world to me, Pixelated. Skew the fish and water on version B. Yep, that's right. That's right. All right, so how about we hop to, let me make sure I've got this open. Hey, look at that. I'm prepared. I'm so prepared, I forgot I was prepared. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All right, let's go right here and take a look. Okay, so as I was getting to earlier, as I was getting at, I'm not super stoked for these. Now, one is you guys know my deal with extra hands. Many of you do if you've been watching for a while. If this is your first time here tonight, hey, thanks for popping in. You'll hear the reason. Now, I come at all this from a photogenic, like photographic perspective, right? And so when I don't have extra hands, I don't have nearly as many options for taking pictures, and you get kind of bored with the figure, so to speak. As an additional boredom, at least for me, though I don't believe it's for the vast majority of classified fans, for me, I don't just want upscaled versions of the characters I had in the 80s. I want new stuff. I want stuff like what they did to Tripwire. I didn't get him, no extra hands. But I like what they did with Tripwire, really updating his look, giving him a rat even, because apparently they can sniff out bombs pretty well. But that's more my kind of speed when it comes to a look. And rock and roll, like I've got, he doesn't have the total 80s look. I mean, kind of a little bit. What was the one where he wore the cap and had the tan shirt? Was that 89 or was that 90? Either way, it's not an upscale version of either of those looks. It's kind of an amalgamation of the two, and I really like that. So for me, the fact that he doesn't have extra hands and the fact that he's all 80s all the time just gets me so I'm not so stoked. And what kills me about that is 1985 is my year. That's the year they debuted the greatest G.I. Joe in all of G.I. Joe, fiction. His name's Flint, by the way, in case you're not sure. But yeah, 85, that's the year that has been my favorite for years. And it's become easy not to get these because they don't have extra hands. And in some cases, I might pick up Airtight, actually, if he had extra hands. If they ever did one that was a retro release, I might go nuts and I might get Airtight. But let's face it, the only real thing that would be different is they take off the knee pads and the holster. There you'd have red or airtight. But like was alluded to, when it comes to the background in the live stream tonight, all of them are the old school looks, and that's because the old school looks are the ones that come with extra hands. Except for Sergeant Slaughter. Yes, he came with a lot of extra hands, but there hasn't been a look that's come out that makes me think, ooh, that one's way better. I do like the one with Mercer a little bit, though. I might end up jumping in on that, but I don't. Well, we'll get to that. The Hydro Viper, I saw a ton of people were really excited about. Now, what throws me off with the Hydro Viper, though, is the fact that he's got one trigger finger hand and one flipper hand, like swimming. This guy needed another pair, like so that he's got a trigger finger on each hand and he's got the flipper ready to go on each hand. I do think he needed another pair of hands for sure. Like that would make him a lot more playable for yours truly and way more photogenic. But for a lot of people, I think they're pretty excited about this guy. And I'm always excited when the other people get excited. I love that we've got a manta ray up here. These flippers are insane. And they zoomed in. Somebody zoomed in on this mask. That thing looks wicked as well. So I am excited. I am insanely stoked for the people that are into this Hydro Viper, because just like with all the classified figures, I think that Lenny's team, I think they put everything that they can into these things, and it shows with every release, which is why it hurts me to not be super stoked about them. Overkill, I don't know enough. You know what cracks me up about Overkill, though, is, well, I don't really care about the character, which makes me sad. Another reason I'm not so stoked here. But look at his proportions. Like, this is how you should be making superheroes. Like, Marvel Legends could look at this and go, okay, I think G.I. Joe team's got us beat on superhero proportions, so let's go figure out what they're doing. And yeah, I'm just, this is superhero proportions on a bat, which is pretty cool. And I like the colors. I like that we're getting a little crazy, but not over the top, perhaps. I don't know. I think he looks very cool. He's just not a character I'm super excited about. No extra hands, although I think these go on his hands. So maybe I'd jump in on him if I saw him for sale. But he's just not a character I'm all that stoked about. Now, why don't we jump in, see what everybody else is saying? Oh, man. Ye old chat jumped up. Kairos Toypixx, that PG Gundam is so good. Just getting that one is all you need for Gundam. Just that one. I do need a Gundam because of the whole, pop culture thing. Like, it seems necessary to me. Star Pixelated, completely agree with you. Probably the best angle to take, but I know if I wait, then they'll be awesome and sell out before I can grab them. Happens every time. Star, you have you clearly have an idea. Yeah, that's where the FOMO gets you. And that's where the FOMO gets me too, is I see something and I'm like, that is so cool that I have to just pre-order it. And then I'd be super bummed if I got it and it sucked, especially at those prices. But I know exactly what you're saying, sir. Wreckship, what's going on tonight, man? Good to see you. John, Airtight was one of my favorites growing up, so he's a must pick up. Nice. I'm glad, John. I'm glad. Like 85, man. 85 all the way. Airtight does look good. Pixelated, sellouts are sure to happen, but they are troop builders, and I don't know if I can afford to get 3 of each cool-looking figure. Yeah, troop builders make it tough. Like, I was really tempted by last year's Viper and didn't even go in on that. But yeah, we'll see. Kairos Toypixx, I'm waiting for the Noda YM005112 Lion Ridge Lion Doublehead action figure. It's incredible. The sculpt and engineering is amazing. I know nothing of the character. So impressive. That's always when you know you're looking at something awesome, is when you're like, I know nothing. I need it anyway. That's when you know you're looking at something cool. Sorry, Anton. Let's see. The last of the Time Lords is here. You are indeed, sir. Good to see you. Airtight is one of my favorite characters, too. I like that he has multiple weapons. He only came with one gun in the original figure, and he was was very loose. Gotcha. Yeah, okay, Star. Hey, Monster Force fans, what do you guys think of that Gridiron Warfare Skull Crusher's fig from BBTS? Looks like it fits right in with Monster Force. You know what? It does look like that, and that's something I wanted to look at real quick before I go too far. So we got Overkill. All right. So Valiverse or Monster Force, they haven't, like, we don't have just straight green hands yet, do we? Because I might be tempted if I could get some of those hands for airtight. Obviously, we don't have purple flipper hands. And yeah, overkill, no dice there either. But hopefully, we get some green hands sometime soon. Airtight would be fun. All right, Anton, he was a great character. He was one of the biggest dinosaur collections ever. Yeah, Airtight's awesome. I mean, the character was really cool. Let's see, those skull crushers look sweet. I totally agree, Pixelated. I have a hard time with Monster Force because when I look at the GI Joes here, then I look at Action Force and Monster Force specifically. I think they're easier to mess around with because their hands come out easier and all that. They are obviously pricier, but I think they've got a lot more stuff, and I do think they have more paint apps. So is it $12 more than what Action Force costs? I don't know, but I like the ease of the part swaps that they have going on. And I love, as many of you know, that Phantom Core Trooper. So I want to load up. I want to be like, hey, there, Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Workshop. I will buy at least one of each. And then if I need to customize from them, I'll have to buy two of each. Oh, and then there's your army builders. I'll need to get like 18 of each. That's not true. 18? That, my friends, bringing it back to G.I. Joe, is overkill. I'm going to stop now. Anton, he is really prominent in The Germ, which is a really great episode. I forgot that one was called The Germ, but I know the one of which you speak. Why is it? Oh, wait, go back. There we go. Eric, hey, Kairos, Anton. It's a good night, boys. John, got to get Hydro Viper. Fits in with all the aquatic Joes and Cobras that I have waiting to be open. They're actually all I have left to open. Plus, with a new raft and the Fortnite boat, I have. Ooh, I forgot. Had you ordered the Fortnite boat already? I can't remember. No, you did. You did have it. Never mind. All right, Anton, yes, the Hydro Viper. Oh, man, I remember them. I have one of those guys, and they all had webbed hands. Really creepy. I like it. Skew, Star, those are fire. The Monster Force, the Monster Force dudes, 100. Yeah, I'm digging those. Wreck Ship, it's a tragedy that they don't give Hydro Viper at least matching weapon holding hands. I know the flipper hand is iconic, but we don't need to have it. Yeah, I would say I would say you got to go two trigger finger hands. If you're only going two hands, I think that's what you got to do. Unless you can engineer the flipper one so they can hold the triggers too. Sorry, and then I had Microsoft send me something. Anton, hey Star, did you get to see the new Frankenstein? It is awesome. Oh, it was good. Pixelated. Hasbro is giving every accessory known to man except extra hands and a second head sculpt. I know. And that's why I think that Lenny's team, I think they're having to budget things in a way that makes it so they can't do extra hands. I'm hoping that with these price increases, that even though they're going to say it's tariffs or inflation or whatever, I'm hoping that they also mean they can spend just a little more and start giving us extra hands for these things. But I don't know. Hopeful indeed. John, I can't on overkill. That neon chest plate is so ugly. Chattanooga Ed, overkill might be the worst G.I. Joe classified. He's just terrible looking. Yeah, but the proportions are there for a superhero. It's just he's a robot. Anton, I think those Vipers were enhanced with animal DNA. Cobra got into that a lot later on. And I don't remember the Hydro Viper story. Star, those new Joes look like the newest members of Guard. Oh no. Oh dear. They might be. Lenny might be a Guar fan. Skew, love the lineup from Classified Joe Day 26. I mean, a lot of them, they look good. I'm not going to disagree that they look good. I love what the design team does. I do. It's just my own preferences getting in my way. Anton, I don't know who Overkill is. He might be one of the guys who killed a whole bunch of Joes, but I could be wrong. Overkill is, from what I understand, he's a version 3 bat, and he actually, it sounds like he can lead them. I don't know much about him either. I do know, at least what people online have said, is that he's a version 3 bat. Skew, he looks awesome as a bat leader. The Renegades will go crazy on him. Oh, the Renegades. Sci-fi, whenever Hasbro gives the Joes or Cobras their cartoon accurate guns, they need to include their respective light blue and bright red blast effects. That would be awesome. Let's see. I'd also like extra head / emotive faceplates. Yeah, same here. I mean, if I'm choosing between extra hands and extra heads, I'll take extra hands. But extra hands and extra heads, they would be a line that I would have to go a lot more nuts on. And I mean, something else that kind of annoys me about G.I. Joe, and again, it's not the team putting it together. I think they're putting everything they've got into it, but it's that Hasbro owns the brand in its entirety. Like, give us those hands, guys. Show us that you still love your properties, you know? Mr. Matson, what's up, sir? Overkill confirmed. His chest opens up. I believe his attachments go in his chest or his hand replacements. And don't forget his human eye on the character's right eye, or the human eye. Yeah, I did see that. I thought that was pretty cool when they were going through, or when I saw some of the stuff online. But yeah, I think you're right. Like I said, I think the hands, earlier I talked about how he doesn't have extra hands, but I think this stuff's supposed to go there. I don't know for sure, but who knows? Anton, Dave, you've got to grab airtight. He has to become your friend. And, well, forget about Mr. Stabby. Mr. Stabby's angry, though. He's angry. Skew, helmet comes off. Oh, helmet comes off of airtight? Nice, because I know a lot of people were freaking out about that. John, no green hands for airtight yet, but might be able to color match and paint some. Yeah, I got to get better at that kind of stuff. What? Mr. M. Skew. John, I've had the Fortnite boat for more than a year. I thought, yeah, I totally, the brain, it dies sometimes. Mr. Manson, a friend found Ross Shadow Guard today. I hope to meet up with him tomorrow to get them. Nice. That's a nice grab. They've been on sale. Was hoping. Whew. All right. Trying to finish up at work. Oh, Mr. Manson, good luck. Good luck. That's a tall order, my friend. When you're just trying to get out. Sometimes just getting out of the building is a pain. Star, Anton, I did see it with the wife. She didn't care for it, but I liked it. I did think they made the creature's strength level a bit high. Was looking for similarities to the book. Oh, you're talking Frankenstein. Yeah, I don't know. Should he have been, help us out, everybody. Should he have been able to push the boat out of the ice? Skew, gotta check Ross. Yeah, I need to do the same. Anton, my next Doctor Who purchase will be of Tegan. The figure looks really good, and it comes with a damaged Dalek. Nice, okay. Yo, what's up, LBZ? Good to see you tonight. Whew, all right, LBZ. Yes, Dave, you are picky or frugal. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a little of both, and it's not... Here's my problem. So I'll be watching. Here's one of my problems. I have many, but I'll be watching a collection video and things just look so compact and so tight, and the display doesn't look good, and they've got like 5 figures deep on their shelves. I don't want that. So it's not, if I had a lot more shelves, and I need to do that over on this side, I could do that on that side. So I I should start doing it. I want to be able to spread my stuff out. And at the same time, I am picky. Yeah. I think part of the problem is for me, there's so much. It was kind of like I asked the question earlier tonight, is good enough when there's so much great out there now? And I think for me, the answer is kind of no. Like I am happy to buy Monster Force and Action Force for hands, for all these other things, because the figures themselves come complete with everything you want, right? But when I look at classified, I'm like, they just don't come with quite enough. So if I get a classified figure, it's because I have an idea to put a custom together from an Action Force or a Monster Force figure. So yeah, I don't like that. I want G.I. Joe to start doing, I want them to be competitive with those lines. And right now, the only reason they're competitive with those lines is more people have heard of G.I. Joe than they have Monster Force and Action Force. It's not because the figures are just way better. I would argue the best of the three are Monster Force just based on plastic quality and playability. And then Action Force next. But who knows? Who knows? Let's see. I like it. Ooh, now I'm pushing too many buttons. LBZ survives Stabby. I do. Stabby's an angry guy. I'm just good at pretending to be dead. That's no good. He's playing Roboto Possum. Ironic. What's going on tonight, man? Good to see you. Star, push the ship. No way. Still a well-made film. That's what I wondered. Spaded. I'm a wizard, Harry. I arrive precisely when I need to. I don't know my Harry Potter. Dang it. My apologies. This is another one I need to start learning about. Anton, I forgot Airtight also appears in Worlds Without End, that great two-parter about Steeler. Yep, he and Barbecue, I think, and Flint and Lady J, they needed to start selling those 85 figures. Kyrus, Toypixx, the Fan Toys Devastator is looking really good. Might be the most impressive. There's a Devastator war going on. I've seen that. They keep coming out with tons of them. I've been keeping up on the third-party stuff, but I don't want to get it, not because I don't think it's good. I want the Transformers stuff when I get to really working on some of it. I want it to be stuff that families can just order on Amazon or walk into Target and Walmart to get. So that kind of takes third-party out. Plus, the third-party rabbit hole would devastate me, especially combiners. That would be a problem. All right. It would devastate me. I didn't mean to do that. Now, let's keep going, shall we? All right, guys. Who is excited about Ninja Force Zartan? I'm going to be honest here. If he had extra hands, and he might actually, if the skin tone matches what I can get from Action Force or Monster Force figures, obviously he's got one black hand, and I've got plenty of black hands. So if that skin tone is close to the colors that I can get from the others, then maybe I'd pick this up. And I feel like I shouldn't, just because this is when G.I. Joe got really crazy, at least as far as the toys. But I don't see him. It's almost like I don't see him as Zartan. I just see him as another Dreadnought, like some kind of punk guy. And if it weren't for the orange going on around his eyes, he wouldn't be seen as Zartan at all. And that's just because the shape's right. Like the mohawk, the everything. This doesn't read as Zartan to me. The only reason it reads as Zartan is because of the figures from way back. Another one that wasn't updated too much. So I'm still not crazy interested in him. But I am curious how many of you want to jump in on that. Now, I'll be straight up about Zanya. I don't know much about her. So she's not a figure or a character that I really care about at all. I love the look of her. And she'll be one that if I'm in the store, like if I'm walking through Target and I see her, I might pick her up. But I'm not going to pre-order her. Just because I just don't know her that much. And she might end up being, if she weren't coming with a swamp skier, I would be sure that she was going to be a peg warmer. But because she's coming with a swamp skier, maybe not. We'll see. Like, how many people are going to buy just a ton of her so they can get a ton of swamp skiers? I think, was it you, Sci-Fi, that brought up doing something like that? Just loading up on the swamp skier? Because again, I don't think she looks bad. I think she looks really cool. I just don't have any connection whatsoever. And I don't know. I am tempted. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely tempted. Skew, thanks for shouting out Ironic and Time. Absolutely. I love that he becomes a hero at the end. They didn't stick to the original ending, which is tragic. It is more better than that he is a hero in the end. I need to read the book, don't I? Ironic. Anyone else see that reel of the snow job fig actually skiing down someone's backyard? Okay, I did not, but that sounds awesome. Who else saw that? Harry Potter? That's Lord of the Rings. He's a wizard, Harry. Wait, what? Did I blow it? I got nothing. Spaded one, airtight is Riley Reed's. I'm gonna keep clicking. Spaded, I'll see myself out. Nah, you're good. Feel free. Hang out. Stay. Grab a beverage. John, Ninja Force Zartan was a surprise, but looks good. I'm gonna pick him up, and I like the drawn bow. Well, I didn't even notice that. I'll have to look again. Pixelated, I was out of G.I. Joe by the time they went all in on Ninja, so I have no connection to that Zartan. I mean, how's he in disguise? I mean, maybe it's just that he doesn't look like Zartan, but I don't know. Spaded, gotta be honest, I hate when G.I. Joe gets this far from the traditional military theme. Yeah, going that far, I was one of those people, I thought they jumped the shark, so to speak, in 86. And I was a punk kid thinking that when it came to Serpentor. And I've talked about this a few times today. Serpentor looks like more of a reality than Sergeant Slaughter beating up a bunch of robots. So maybe I just looked at it wrong back in, what was it, 85? Or no, that was 86 when those came out. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was fairly okay with most of it except Serpentor at the time. And then the movie kind of just took me out of all of it. It wasn't until years later that I read the comic, and I didn't like how it started ending with all ninja all the time. So yeah, there's plenty there, but I agree with you. I don't like when it goes that crazy. Now, I don't mind Crystal Ball conjuring up some spiritual type stuff. I think that's kind of cool. I like the Vipers that are kind of his armory. I think that kind of stuff's all right. But I think diving so far into the neon, which was understandable way back when, and I'm trying to think about overkill. I think overkill is probably okay. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of going too crazy. That's why I thought Nemesis Immortal looks cool, but in my mind, I'm like, it's still Nemesis Enforcer. It's still Cobra Law. I really didn't like Cobra Law. Ironic, dig the punker head. Could double as a thug. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that he could just be somebody else. Just use, what is it, acetone to get rid of a little bit of the orange makeup. Maybe just get rid of one, see what happens. John, Zanya would be a pickup because she's a dreadnought, but with a swamp skier, she's a must. Yeah, there's that. I was thinking, all right, if I load up on Dreadnoks, do I really want to load up on all of them? Like, obviously, you need Torch, Buzzer, and Ripper. But then you need Monkey Wrench probably in there, too. I don't have a Zartan, even. Then do I need Xandar and Zorana? Then, let's see, Road Pig is a yes, I think. Nagahide, I don't know. Maybe, probably. I had Nagahide when I was a kid. I thought he was cool. Zanya, we'll see. Mr. Manson, Zanya Zartan's daughter. It's a fan channel exclusive. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to be walking into Target or Walmart and seeing Zanya, am I? Well, maybe I'll just decide later on down the line if I want her or not. Man, that's too bad. I did know she was Zartan's daughter, but I didn't know about the fan channel thing. Star Anton, yep, the book just brings me to tears at the final confrontation. The story is not about a monster, but rather how horrible people are to each other when someone is different. Yeah. Kyrus Toypixx, I like that new Zartan. He looks like a figure you can use in many collections as a punk villain. There's a shortage of street villains in the collector world. That's true. I know Action Force and Monster Force or Fresh Monkey Fiction are going to try and take care of that a little bit, but you're not wrong. Skew loves Anya. Let's see. Keep those dreadnoughts going. Fire. Anton, absolutely right, Star, but I appreciate his story and understand his pain. Spaded one. Oh, that one you understand. I don't even know. I don't know who said it, if that helps. Chattanooga Ed, I made a Zanya. Figures they're going to make one now. Yeah, you might have the same curse Robo has when you're watching the weekly rewind. He'll sit there and be like, well, I started this custom, you're welcome. And inevitably, Marvel Legends or whomever decides to release that same figure he's working on. So who else are you working on, Ed? Skew, Swamp Skier is a multi-pickup for me too. Nice. Star, hey, Chata. Anton, is that Serena, the sister of Zartan? She originally had pink hair. Zarana. No, this is Zanya. That is Zartan's daughter. Whew. Pushing all the buttons. Skew, Anton, that's Zanya, daughter of Zartan from IDW run. Awesome character. I did not know she was IDW. I don't know why. No uncarded. That's a bad uncarded. There will be no Cobra. La 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 la. Oh, not the spores. Oh, Nagahide has a boar and a monkey. A must pick up. I know. The monkey, I was more interested in picking it up because of the monkey has an eye patch too, doesn't he? But I was more interested in Nagahide because of the monkey than Nagahide himself. Skew, keep Zanya. She's awesomeness. The more dreadnoughts, the better. 100. Same for you, Dave. Trust us. Oh, boy. Anton, yeah, they jumped the shark when they did Battle Force 2000 and all this other stuff. Still watch the TV show, but when Duke took it over, then it became more of a show for little kids. When Deke, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. Eric, what's going on, man? Hi, folks. I just popped in, and I'm in alignment with your G.I. Joe classified assessment, Dave. Sweet, I've got one. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, man. Whew. I stopped buying pre-orders 2 years ago, but it's got some on clearance. The Law & Order set was $18 on Target's eBay store. Wow, that's an impressive deal. Well played, sir. Chattanooga Ed, I also made a Zanzibar. I bet they make him next. All right, there we go. You heard it here, folks. We're going to get a Zanzibar. Your efforts force their hand. I like it. Ooh, ironic Zanya could be used for a Madam Viper custom. Ooh, that's an interesting call. I didn't even think of that. Whoops, gotta push buttons. Gotta go get my toddler. See you later. All right, Eric, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope your toddler's having fun. Whoo, she's DDP, not okay. She's Devil's Due. Thank you, Mr. Madsen. Whoo, give 100%. Oh, I love the character. I believe Zanya is also a new female buck. I didn't even notice that. Dang it. I need to pay more attention to, I don't know, all the things. All right, now here are guys that you would think I would be really stoked about. But again, we've got just upscaled 87 versions of these guys. You know what has me most tempted to get these is the football. The football has me most tempted to pick these up. But the fear is it has to stay on the stand. And if it has to stay on the stand, we might be hosed. Now, see, check out Red Dog's hands. I'm just now noticing this. He's got the one hand for holding the football, it looks like. And then he's got two trigger finger hands and one punching hand. So if that hand's for holding the football, we can safely assume that Red Dog is left-handed, meaning he'd be holding one of the weapons with his left hand, meaning he could be punching at the same time with his other hand. Not bad, not bad. Okay. All right, I'm good with that. And Taurus, he's not bad either. I just like I said, these are characters I just don't care about as much. I wish I did. I hate that I don't because again, I think Lenny and the team are knocking it out of the park. Pixelated. So if Hasbro can make an Optimus Prime with damage from Transformers the movie, will we get a Duke impaled by a snake/spear thingy? Oh, that would be probably. I don't like the Transformers being all battle damage and like the dead robots like they've done in the past. But I would probably buy a Duke with a snake running right through them. I think I would get that. Just to show my love for the character, of course. I don't think they do that though. So when I was a kid, my mom didn't want me getting GI Joe figures because these were people shooting at people, and she didn't think that was right. She was okay with robots shooting at robots, so I was able to get Transformers early on. And then, like she admits today, she's like, no, those were better characters. Like she really liked some of the characters in Transformers. She's going, I never should have allowed that to happen. But yeah, I think most parents are probably like she was, where, okay, robots shooting at robots is okay, but people shooting at people is bad. So I can't see Duke, even as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, going up anywhere with a snake going through his heart. Although, genuinely, I would pick that up. See, LBZ, if only they kept an ample supply for Valaverse hand packs, but then is it compatible with Classified? You've got to do the pin vise thing that Mr. Spencer told me about. So get that bad boy, start drilling out whatever you need to drill out. That would be, it's terrible, but that would be why I'd get Classified figures, so I could customize them and have to drill out their forearms. The only figure that's actually safe from that is my 00 Snake Eyes because I love that thing so much. If they made a Snake Eyes that I could do that with, I'd probably do that with him too. Anton, I was a man. You going crazy. Stop going, what was it, Roblox with a Snake House. You're going Snake House on me, man. All right, John, Marauders are musts too. This is going to be a rough way for my wallet. Oh man, John, you're gonna get hit hard. It's a good, again, the looks are there. And for most people, this is what they want to see. So for most people, that's why Classified's doing this, to basically beat up your wallets. I'm fortunate, I suppose, that I'm not into these as much. Sci-Fi, yep, I'm getting multiple Zanyas. I'll wait for Ninja Force Artan to go on clearance and grab several for thugs and punk rockers. Ooh, that's a good call. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I was looking at him. My brain just didn't let me go too nuts there. I was looking at him as a single punk. Skew, love the football on tee. Awesomeness, 100 fire. Yeah, that's the best part of the set. I mean, for me. Now, these Joes don't look like athletes to me as much as they look like the modern day fans in the stands. That's probably pretty accurate. I wonder if the Las Vegas Raiders have the same fans that the Oakland Raiders did. Or, the old school Cleveland Browns, they were pretty rough too. The ones before they went to Baltimore and became the Ravens and then got an expansion team to be the Browns again. You bring that up to people in Ohio and they get pretty sensitive. So if anybody's watching from Ohio, my bad. LBZ, I got that Noda Cyan lion this past weekend, and he's dope. Nice, LBZ. I've heard nothing but good about those Cyan lions. Skew, iconic from the movie, Dave. Renegades, Pleasant Football with T to go with your collegiate legends. Michigan figures, down, stabby down. I don't think that line is long for this world, man. I really don't. I think in order for those to work, you've got to be able to get all the licensing. And then, like McFarlane brought up, that when he has done sports figures in the past, the reason that a lot of them didn't do well is they're regional. So, like, you can sell a wave of G.I. Joe, and the people across the country will grab the characters they want, and maybe several will pick up the whole wave and all that. But if you've got, say, let's see, the quarterback that was my favorite growing up was Joe Montana. If you've got a Joe Montana from way back, you probably get a few people around the country to pick him up, but he'll go nuts in San Francisco and not really nuts anywhere else in the U.S. So that's kind of the problem with a lot of the sports stuff. And that was when McFarlane had all the licensing going on with that stuff. So with the college stuff, the fact that they don't have all the licensing going on with it, I just don't see it lasting long because of those two factors. The fact that they don't have the licensing and the fact that people in Ohio definitely aren't buying Michigan action figures and vice versa. But not only that, but the rest of the country isn't buying Ohio State or Michigan football players either. You're just going to get that in Michigan and Ohio. So it's a tough thing to try and sell the sports figures, I think. Oh, boy. Whew, thank you, Paul. John, my mom took me to see RoboCop in the theater. My mom was fine with all of it. See, yeah, I don't think my mom wouldn't have done that. I'm wondering. She took me to buy a hot rod on the back of her motorcycle once. That was fun. Yeah. Dad would have been cool with a lot of it, but Mom, not so much. Like, Dad was cool with more than she was. But, Mom kind of won that one. Star, hey, hello, the quality of Noda is good? Oh, yeah, still waiting for the release of their Lord of the Rings line. High hopes for the definitive versions of Lord of the Rings. I hope you get them, Star. I hope they're the best out there. Skew facts, sci-fi awesomeness 100. Slaughter's Marauders, I have the original guys. Nice, Anton. Now I'm just kind of jealous. Pixelated at John, dude, my mom and dad took me to RoboCop because I begged them to take me. My eyes were shut the whole time. Murphy got shot up, and during the toxic waste scene, oh no. John Pixelated, yeah, my mom has not seen the scene where Murphy gets shot either. Oh man. LVZ, yeah, Star, it's really good on the Noda Lion. The paint articulation is top notch. I have the regular version coming in one of these days and the Thrones as well. I'm all in on the line. Nice. Star LBZ, so glad to hear that. There is hope after all. Anton, my mother and father didn't mind either robots shooting at robots or people shooting at people. We were very from military in my family. Yeah, Dad was Air Force, but at the same time, Mom still won that one. I don't know. Let's see, Chattanooga Ed, I heard the Las Vegas Raiders fans are really cool. Sweet, all right. So they're not at all like the Oakland ones. And they probably just go gambling after the game. Skew, classic legends for football, I agree, will sell more. That's probably true. It would be, classics would do pretty well in all the sports, I think. Like, come out with a pack that is, you got to go with 4. So you go with the best from way back when. And I got to say, Montana or Rice would probably be the football representatives from the 80s. I think it almost has to be. Then you got Jordan in there. You got Gretzky in there. Who would be the baseball person from the 80s/90s era for the classics? Who do you guys think it would be? Because I'm trying to come up with something right now. I don't know. Canseco? No, it wouldn't be Canseco. LBC, I posted a couple pics on my IG and on Twitter, along with an unboxing showcase on IG/YouTube channel. There you go, Star. Go check that out. Find the Nota. Skew, Chattanooga Ed, thanks, and thanks, Dave. We try to be. Oh, dear. John, I actually meant violent content in general, not so much all of that movie. Okay, gotcha. Anton, I don't know if anybody's going to watch the Super Bowl this week. I will be. I'm a football fan, but there will be trailers for Spider-Man Brand New Day and a few other movies as well. It's kind of funny. I watched the Super Bowl last year, and I wasn't really a fan of either team or anything, but I'm watching it, and you're watching it on regular TV and all that, and it felt so old school. It was one of the weirdest feelings. I felt like I might as well have been back in the 80s, like the way everything was presented. I think I just watched the internet and YouTube too much, and now that kind of presentation just feels old. at the same time, that's still where you're going to get the best commercials. So I'll probably be checking out the Super Bowl as well. Pixelated Anton, I'll be watching the game. I'll also be waiting for the trailers to drop early. Nice. Bo Jackson. Oh, skew. Ooh, and he was the double star. I would argue he was better in football than baseball, though. Ooh, that's a good pick, though. Ooh, Bo did know baseball. Maybe Bo's the guy. Let's see, Pixelated Bo Jackson, double dip baseball and football. Okay, there we go. 2-pack with them, Dave, 100. Let's see, Bo Jackson. Wow, okay, all right. I was watching Mad Max clandestinely when I was a kid. Mom walked in right when Max got the arm. Let's see, got his arm run over, and she blew up. I had to wait a couple of years before I got to watch it all the way through. Oh, man. That happened to me watching Married with Children, except the folks pulled in. I'm just sitting there watching, lights are off, just checking, watching the movie or watching the show because it's horribly wrong, and that's where my head goes, apparently. So I'm watching it. The folks, I don't hear them pull up. I don't even hear them walk into the house. They sneak around the back. They're right behind me. I have no idea. And suddenly, I can't remember what the joke was on the show, but I hear Dad laughing, and it about freaked me out. But I thought, okay, Dad's cool with it. I might be okay with this one. But I'm not sure Mom was such a big fan of us watching that. Skew, facts, Pixelated in Chattanooga. Let's see, I'm a Chiefs fan. I lived in KC most of my life. Nice. Who was, let's see, the big, so you had Montana back in the 90s. Let's see. Oh, you had Christian Okoye too. Oh, he was rad. Derek Holmes. I'm trying to think of, man, it's been so long since I've really been into football. But I'm like all the names I'm pulling out are 80s and 90s. See, Skew, great trailers incoming. Yeah, there's so many cool nerd movies coming out this year too. Chattanooga, he was crazy good at baseball. He could throw the ball so far with so much speed from the outfield. It was crazy. Okay, maybe Bo Jackson's the fourth. Pixelated, it's wild how violent 80s movies were back in the day, and it was all so casual. People were calling those films modern day classics at the time. Now they're just classics. Skew, after Bo Clemens, Ryan or Randy Johnson. Can anybody else think of Randy Johnson without taking out the bird? Like that's horrible. Normally I wouldn't find that funny, but it's not like he meant to take it out, you know? Oh, just poof. That's yeah. So Nolan Ryan, I don't know, man. I mean, Nolan Ryan, he started in what, the 60s? Like, dude lasted forever. Roger Clemens, he was good. Bo is what everybody was saying. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Madsen, Tony Gwynn, Mark McGuire, Pete Rose, Ozzie Smith, Darryl Strawberry. That's not a bad, let's see. I'm not sure they'd put Darryl Strawberry in there. I don't know how much MLB would be cool with putting Pete Rose in something like that, or Mark McGuire. It'd have to be Tony Gwynn or Ozzie Smith. Skew, they had Bo Jackson too, Dave. The Royals. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Why did I forget that? Skew, tons of baseball legends. Facts, Matthew. Yeah. Pixelate. Oh, Ripken. How did I not think of Ripken too? Like, I'm thinking of the Tigers because I was here for most of that run, or like when they were decent but not great. So they had Trammell, they had Whitaker. Kirk Gibson, I think, with the Tigers and with the Dodgers. I think of him. They had Jack Morris. But yeah, I don't know that any of those really. Kirk Gibson is the one that would come closest. But I don't think Trammell, Whitaker, or Morris make that 4-pack. Sci-fi, my friend's mom dropped us off to see Porky's. That's awesome. We were in 8th grade and it was billed as a comedy. Best time ever. You win, Sci-Fi. Chattanooga, I was just thinking about that bird blowing up before you said it. See, that's what I'm saying. Every time somebody thinks Randy Johnson or hears that, that's got to be what you think of. Oh, it jumped at just the right time. Sorry about that, guys. Skew, yes to Cal Ripken. Yeah, Roger Clemens. He was definitely, yeah, Nolan Ryan, man. I don't see, Nolan Ryan might be the best pitcher of all time, huh? Like, I mean, if you just count, I mean, you just count stats, he is the best pitcher of all time. Pixelated, hey, isn't that the lineup from the Simpsons baseball episode? Maybe. Skew, Bo was better than Peeps thought. He'd be a big seller variant on White Sox and Angels variants. Multi-regional got the stars. These peeps are saying too. Great stars we saw in Sports Center all the time. Man, you know what they need? Oh, but would it be sad? Who's the okay? So you need Stuart Scott and you need Dan Patrick. I think you need a 2-pack. Sports Center needs to release a 2-pack of Stuart Scott and Dan Patrick. I think done. I think that would be awesome. That'd be one of my favorites ever. As cool as the other side of the pillow. And Stuart Scott was also Boom Shakalaka. I thought it was NBA Jam. No. And Man with Children was produced by a black guy. He based a lot of it on his family and the actors as well. Married with Children. Okay, Anton, I did not know any of that. But the fact that he based it on his family has to hurt. Big Pappy and Martinez. Oh, Alex Martinez. Oh, why can't I remember? Oh my God, why can't I remember Big Pappy's actual name? Oh, that's hurting me. That's killing me. All right, well, let's not die a little more. Let's keep going here. All right, guys. So apparently it's not Wild Bill. And what I thought of, who remembers the episode where it was like they were robbing, Cobra was in there robbing Fort Knox, except it was kind of a diversion to get something else. And the Joes end up having to commandeer a bunch of horses. Who remembers that episode? Anybody, or is it just me? Because I was trying to remember if somebody from that episode was dressed like this. Because it does look like it might as well be Wild Bill with a poncho. Skew, some 90s Braves too. Pirates and Giants, Mays, Bond, Smoltz, Chipper Jones. Let's see, Justice. Oh, Dave Justice, Dale Murphy. Atlanta was really good for a long time. Anton, Nolan Ryan was brutal as a pitcher. You didn't want to face him. No, I can imagine. Like he was he was old school too. He'll back you off the plate the hard way. All right, any guesses here? And then from there, John, I'm not sure who this guy is, but I'm tentatively planning on getting him. Anybody with a 6-gun, and we've talked enough about cowboys on here too. See, Pixelated, I have no memory of a heist episode with horses. Oh, Pixelated, you're killing me. I kid. I was trying to, so they're going, I think Duke gets kidnapped again. I know, we're all stunned. But they're on this train to get away from Fort Knox. I'm trying to remember the whole thing. And the Joes need to go to this horse farmer, like this guy a horse rancher. They're trying to get to his place because he's got some thoroughbreds they can hop on. I can't remember who knows the guy, but one of the Joes actually knows him. And they get on these horses and they just start hauling after this train. They end up saving the day and all that. But I was thinking back to that one, trying to figure out, okay, who else wore a hat? And I don't know. Maybe, no, it wouldn't be. I was thinking maybe Bazooka in a later look, but no, it wasn't a cowboy hat. It's definitely not a hat for Muskrat. I don't know, man. Star, a lot of this seems like it would be similar to finally getting that coveted Michael Jordan fig you always wanted, but he's dressed as golf attire as opposed to a Chicago Bulls uniform. Star, why? Skew, we remember, Dave, it might be Wild Bill. Heard it's that or another new character. Great guess. But see, yeah, I think, I don't know. I just can't figure out who else it would be. Who would have an axe? Like, why would Wild Bill have an axe? I mean, knives and 6 guns, yeah, but an axe. Go rewatch Pixelated. Great episodes. Man, G.I. Joe was fun. Mr. Matson, it's a new character, but he could be an October guard, Mishak, or the other one. A new character. So a new character to classified, you mean? Skew, awesomeness equals convoluted plots that rock. Yup. The horse up of Joe is a classic. Yeah, Gung Ho ends up riding off into the sunset in a vamp instead of, I think it was a vamp, might have been an Ostriker. I think it was a vamp because he got annoyed about something. Sci-fi, old school and ruthless, Ty Cobb. Oh, yeah. Don't, Ty Cobb was the guy that I think nobody showed up for his funeral. Yeah, don't ever get on a baseball field with him. Pixelated, Battle for the Train of Gold might be that episode, and Wild Bill is in that episode. Okay, maybe that is it. It has been confirmed as not Wild Bill, but a new character. Okay, all right. Somebody on, I think it was Instagram, said, all right, guys, here it is confirmed. It's Clint Eastwood. Obviously joking, but that would be awesome. The man with no name in classified form. Skew, somebody made a Brave Star out of this. It might be October Guard too. That would rock too. They need to do those. Got to put mom to bed. I'll try and be back. If not, have a great night and thanks for the stream. John, have a good night yourself, man. If you don't make it back, say good night to mom for us and we'll chat hopefully very soon, sir. All right, Sci-Fi, the cowboy dude from October Guard is the main theory. All right. So people have a good theory. I like it. Maybe he's been partnering up with Spirit. Oh boy, it's Refrigerator Perry. They do need a fridge. We need a fridge. Maybe Jim McMahon or Fridge could be in there too. Pixelated, there was a civilian named Spencer Murphy. Anton, I remember that I think it was called the Golden Train. I think that might be Satan dressed as a cowboy, or it might be Gung Ho. Who was it? Obviously, I know you don't mean Satan, but maybe Zartan? Mr. Madsen, the best one was PD Destro in a cowboy outfit. I need to go find that now. Skew, Disco Boogie, let's see, Disco Boogie Refrigerator Perry with Gap Band early in the morning cowboy hat. That would be sweet. Skew, yeah, we need this. Pixelate, according to the wiki, these are the Joes in that episode. Oh, what do you have? All right. Ace, Covergirl, Duke, Green Shirts, Gung Ho, Mutton Junkyard, Scarlet, Short Fuse, Snake Eyes Stalker, Thunder, Wild Bill, and Zap. Okay. And his name, I think Thunder is the guy that knew the horse rancher. Man. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, maybe the October Guard. I don't remember anybody else now that you threw that out there. I don't remember any of them wearing a cowboy hat. It was just what I was trying to figure it out. I know. We use our brains for all the best things. All right. Let's keep it here. Go ahead, discuss what you're going to discuss. But I wanted to bring up something else that I found both interesting and a little disheartening because Hasbro has signed on to do Street Fighter movie figures. Now, I don't know what the deal is there. Legendary is the movie studio that's putting the Street Fighter movie out. So maybe it's a Legendary thing because obviously it's a movie. You want a lot of distribution. Hasbro has a lot of distribution all over the world, stuff that Jada probably doesn't have, right? So I'm guessing that's why Hasbro's got the movie figures. My concern here is that allows them to get in there and maybe worm their way into the Capcom license a little bit. And I love Jada's Street Fighter figures, and I don't want Hasbro to get the real ones. So my fear with all this is that they'll be able to worm their way in and say, hey, man, we have way more distribution than Jada does. Dear Capcom, how about signing over those as well? And we'll make them really cool. And then in 2 years, the line will get canceled because we don't know how to make them really cool unless we put Lenny on it, at which point, I don't know what I do. But yes, I'm a little concerned about the possibility that Hasbro's kind of wormed their way into the Street Fighter game. Obviously, it's just for the movie, but I'm hoping it stays that way. Anybody else have thoughts on that? Excuse, someone said Flash 2 as a subset. I think we've guessed it, but we'll see. That would be fun too. Just put all the Joes in cowboy hats. Kyrus, we need a 2.0 new spirit figure. They didn't make the loincloth and tassels on him the first time. I mean, if we're going for straight up accuracy, I think there was something about Spirit where they were trying to be more respectful to one of the tribes out there. And they were the ones, they consulted with them and they said, this is the stuff that you shouldn't have on them. This is the stuff you should or that you can. So I think that has to do with that. And they probably, because they did that, I don't think they'd go back and do a retro version that was totally all 80s all the time. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Eric, Hasbro has a record of doing movie lines. Yeah, and that's true. That's true. So I'm just hoping it stops there. Because again, I love what Jade is doing. I love what Storm Arena is doing. Even though I have yet to pick up a Storm Arena figure, their figures look amazing for sure. But yeah, I'm a little worried because even though I really like the G.I. Joe figures because they don't have some of the extras and because they're sticking mostly to their 80s looks, like I said, I'll get them when the character really interests me and I see something from Monster Force or Action Force I can use to customize them with. So I don't like feeling that way about G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe, but that's kind of where I'm at until all the classic versions are made and then we get to go into more Pursuit of Cobra territory or whatever the next evolution would be, if it's still around. Like I looked up the how trending G.I. Joe is compared to Transformers, Star Wars, and Marvel. It was basically a flat line at the bottom. So I'm hoping Hasbro does something to really elevate G.I. Joe in the public consciousness, or it might not be around as long as any of us would like. Star, you guys think that Jada will continue on with another Street Fighter line or move into other franchises? Seems that everybody wants to do SF now. That's what Jada showed, man, which is pretty awesome actually. I think Jada will continue the next Street Fighter line, and I think if their stuff sells really well, hopefully Capcom will see that and know that people really like those figures and allow them to keep going. I mean, not pull a license or, re-up contracts and things like that. I would really hate to see Hasbro get that license. So my hope is that Jada gets to keep it. My concern is they don't have the distribution network to get as many figures out. We see that right now. They don't have the capacity to churn out a ton of figures at once, and they don't have the distribution to get any of the figures they do get pushed out to all over the world, it seems, that Hasbro has. Like they might even, I've seen a lot more McFarlane toys in stores than I have Jada. So I kind of wonder if McFarlane has a better distribution than Jada does, which is concerning. Like I think beyond the quality of the figures themselves, I think that's our biggest concern because that's the reason Mattel got the DC license instead of McFarlane, is because they wanted wider distribution. At least that's what Mattel said in their statement. So that's my big concern. Has nothing to do with the figures themselves, aside from wanting Jada to keep making the figures. From a business perspective, they're going to be like, how do we get these in more people's hands? Let's see. We'll see. It's on June. It is, but it isn't too. The people above June need to start really working on distribution, I think. Sci-fi word is they probably went with Hasbro because of the quality of their face scans. That would make some sense, honestly, because their face scans, they do a good job with that. Eric, Jada has started Alpha 3 and now started Invincible. Probably no more Street Fighter. Yeah, I'm guessing, well, I mean, they're going to do Alpha 3, but you're talking no more Street Fighter 2 specifically, Eric. I know that they're going to get, it looks like a Blanca, like a couple different Blancas were teased. And there was something else. What was it? An Akuma with white hair was shown. But possibilities, not for sure's. People are wondering if these are just renders that were put online, or if they're like last year when we started seeing Dalsim and M. Bison. They're wondering if, because at the time we didn't know if those were real or not. So now people are looking at a couple Blanca versions and one version of Akuma, wondering if they're real or not. So they're still going to go with some Street Fighter 2, but hopefully they'll get pushing with Alpha. Invincible, honestly, will probably take priority if they ever get them out to the stores. And then hopefully they'll be able to go from there. I don't know. Skew, the jadedness will continue with new lines every so often. I'm hoping, Skew, I am. Star, when is Toy Fair again? Hoping Jada announces a new line. Toy Fair is February 14th through the 17th, Star. So yeah, same here. Anton, I don't remember any of the Cobras dressing up like cowboys. Could be the Dreadnoks. Let's see, they were in that episode. That's right. You know what I was trying? I was trying to think of, what did the Viper look like? As in the guy that wants to vipe your windows. I was trying to figure him. I think he's just, that guy needs to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, because there's no way he sells. He's just a little old dude with a mop and a mop bucket, like a mop pail. Like, I want the Viper. If they come out with him, even if he doesn't have extra hands, I will have the Viper. I am the Viper. I have come to vipe your windows. Skew, 14 through 18 February, I think. I think it goes till 17, but either way, it starts on the 14th, and yeah. And then after that, the 17th is Chinese New Year. So we basically get to see awesome stuff, and then things won't get shipped out from China for a while. Pixelated, McFarlane is in the wildest of places. You can get them at Best Buy. Yeah. I'm wondering, though, more about worldwide distribution. Like, that's where, because I think McFarlane's hard to get in Japan, but I don't know for sure. Spaded, things are about to get real interesting for Jado with the Alpha line, putting him in direct competition with Storm doing the same line. The one thing I do think June is crazy competitive. I don't think they're going to rest on their laurels. I think he's going to want to keep getting better. So yeah, it's going to get real interesting, and we're going to see. We're going to see what happens between those two. Woo, let's see. McFarlane's. I do agree, Uncarded. I've said it a zillion times, and I'll probably say it a zillion more. I wish his figures were as good as his art. Thank you, brother. From Star to Skew. Skew knows things. Kyrus, Toypixx, we need a new Hasbro Nimrod 2.0 like they did with Apocalypse figure, and the repaint Nimrod doesn't count. Yeah, it would be good if they did that. I want to see them come back and repaint last year's, the made-to-order Apocalypse into more of a comic version. I think I'd probably jump in on that. Dope. Spaded, I can tell you right now, the Storm Arena Ryu is way better than Jada Street Fighter 2 Ryu, and Jada's Alpha Ryu doesn't look good to me at all. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, I do agree. I think that Storms do look a lot better. They're pulling from different art styles, and they are newer figures. So we'll see. I mean, I want Jada to catch up, but we'll see if they're able to swing it. Holy crap, guys. All right, it is 8:33. I'm going to try and speed round through some of these, and we might miss a few, but I appreciate everybody coming over and getting involved in the chat. This was a fun one. Pixelated, Jada still needs to release T-Hawk and Zangief. Yep, I'm waiting for those to go on pre-order. Yep, Mr. Manson, we still have T-Hawk, Zangief, and a Honda. The SDCC Akuma looks cool also. Yeah. Mr. Element, I mean, no new Street Fighter lines. Gotcha. They'll continue there too if it sells, and hopefully complete Alpha. Street Fighter 2 is all repaints now, but they do great accessories to keep it fresh. Yeah, that's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need to get some accessories for Dalsim and M. Bison from those packs from last year. Good luck to me. Back in time for the end. You are, John. Good to see you back here, man. See, the Viper looked a little bit like Stan Lee. Man, Uncarded, I'm going to have to go and look at that again. Skew, anytime Star, keep jonesing for the jadedness. Yeah, pixelated. I would totally buy the Viper and all the human versions of the TF from that episode with Old Cobra Commander. That Old Cobra Commander would be a blast to pick up too. Star Jada Akira was mentioned on the show not long ago. Don't think I haven't forgotten hearing that gem. Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's see, 14 through 17, 100, Dave. Thanks. No problem, Skew. Because I only know that because we were looking at that a couple ago. Toy Fair dates, yeah. Star Japan can't get McFarlane figs. I love Japan. Kyrus, anyone looking forward to the 112 Judge death? Toypixx, are you getting that one? It's taking too long. I don't know my Judge Dredd at all, so no, Kyrus, but anybody, it does sound like that one's taking a bit to show. I've heard from a couple people about that one. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. My comment bang. Nice to see you, man. Thank you for showing up. I'd love Hasbro to make a Billy fig for us G.I. Joe comic fans. Yeah. Did they do oh my gosh. Billy, we're in the Eskimo. Wow. I just totally blanked. Why did I blank? Did they do him for classified? Uncarded, good show, good chat tonight as always. Thank you, Uncarded. Thanks for stopping in, man. Skew, that can happen. Quinn, yes. Could I not come up with Quinn? Thank you, Skew. Dr. Venom, etc. Spaded, I got my first classified figure in over a year the other day at Ross. Mad Marauder, Sergeant Slaughter, got him for the accessories. You got to get those dumbbells for sure. Spade also managed to swing the Mezco Power Ranger set and the Mezco Crow in the last week. Crazy times over here. Wow, man. Dude, I've got 2 Mezcos on pre-order. So, yeah, apparently I'm going to jump on that train too. Maybe not that much on that train, but we shall see. Uncarded, I'm heating up my Sigma Studios Godslayer Kratos figure. Wish me luck. Good luck. Good luck, Uncarded. See, Skew ready until we meet again. Skeletor says, or as Skeletor says. Star, spectacular show, Dave. Safe travels and good fortunes, gang. You too, Star. Thanks for coming out tonight, man. Skew, take care, y'all. Take care, everybody. It has been a heck of a show. Thanks to everyone for stopping by. You know the drill. You could have done anything tonight, but instead you chose to come out here and hang out with all of us. I massively appreciate it. So, until next time, everybody, have fun and happy snapping. See ya. This is me hitting end stream. And now hitting it a second time, which is where the awkwardness comes in. Whee!